Hi everyone and welcome to Homo Ludens. And no, we are not late. We are perfectly on time. So you're watching Homo Ludens, the channel on history and board games. I'm Fred Serval, your host. And we are here to play tonight something that is a bit on the edge of what we normally do on this channel because the historical content of this game is arguable, but I think I regrouped a panel of people who are enthusiastic about card games and trick-taking games, so I thought that would be actually quite fun. Except Joe. Joe, I invited just to torture him, more or less. But thanks everyone for joining us for this teach and play of the Barracks Emperors. It's here. It's a game that was released by GMT a bit earlier this year. And GMT was kind enough to send a review copy for me to actually do this teach and play. So thanks again for their support. It's always nice to have historical game publishers supporting content creators. Not all of them do, so that's really good. Yeah, and so the guests. So most of you already know Joe. Joe is my design husband, someone who's been on the show quite often, and he's also the co-host of the Homo Ludens podcast.
I'm actually the host of this channel, and Fred's just taking control of this, and soon we'll kick him out, and then we'll be back in control, and
Well,
everything will be much
to my
better.
knowledge, you've been kicked out. You've been banned from the server. So your last coup attempt just failed dramatically. So you talk a lot. You don't achieve much, which is very anarchist of you. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And then we have Adam. So Adam, it's the first time that you're on the show. Actually, I think Adam has been my a game partner for the most part of the last 2 years because we were in the same club, Cardboard Emperors, in London. And Adam also started with a few other enthusiast players, a side club. I don't know if we have a name for it. Do we have a name for it? Yeah, we called it the Trick Taking Club, which is fine. Where we actually play trick taking and train games in parallel next to our war game evenings with a selected few. I don't know if you want to briefly introduce yourself, Adam, where you're from, what you do.
Yeah, from London, from the UK. Yeah, growing up, played a lot of trick-taking games with my family, and got into war games the last few years. And I think I'm the annoying person in the club. Once we finish the game, he's got like, "Oh, I brought a few trick takers. Can we like try some of these?" And have like a large bag full of them. So
Yeah. You always have too many trick takers, but it's always awesome. And yeah, it sparked actually a lot of misunderstanding by the rest of the club. That is, most of them don't like them, don't understand them, or confused by them. But we created a small group within the group, so that's actually quite nice. And then our our pièce de résistance, our main guest, Taylor from YouTube's channel, Taylor's Trick Taking Table. I'm super pumped to have you on the show. So for those who don't know, Taylor has a really awesome YouTube channel dedicated to trick taking game. It's an awesome channel. Taylor is a great entertainer, so I think your reviews are actually pretty awesome. I discovered you through Adam. Actually, I think it's you who told me about Taylor. Adam is very aware of all those things. He's always on the Tokyo Game Market website, figuring out the new stuff that are coming and everything. So he's really sharp, and he knows those things. And he actually, it was Adam also who introduced me to the Portland trick taking circle thing that is on Discord. You have your small convention, but yeah, so I've been a fan. I've been watching your channel for quite some time, and it's just awesome to have you on. It was super exciting to have you actually review my game. So it was like a bit of an achievement unlocked. I think it was really cool. But yeah, why don't you introduce yourself and your work and what you do, because you also started designing games, right?
Yeah, and well, thank you so much. First off, that is incredibly kind, and thanks so much, Adam. That is so awesome. I feel like right now, especially with Tokyo Game Market being soon, 2 weeks away, the kind of the buzz around trick taking is fervor again. So that's super exciting. Starting to design a bit. I'm actually going to go to Tokyo Game Market to sell some of the games. So I'm brushing up on my Japanese, seeing how I can communicate as well as I possibly can. But it's been fun, and it's always nice to chat design and especially now that you've designed and hopefully will design more trick taking games, especially seeing like
No, Taylor, stop! Don't let him do this. He'll
sorry,
only
I can't-
ever
I can't-
design
sorry.
trick-taking games. That'll
I'm
be
sorry,
it.
I'm sorry.
There'll be no other games from Fred, just trick takers. He's already threatening to do this. Don't tempt
Yeah,
him.
yeah, because Joe has to develop them afterwards,
Indeed.
so he has to actually track what I do, make sense of it, and I think he's gonna go nuts if he has to do more trick-taking games. But I think I'll do at least one more.
Yes,
And I
yes.
think the one more that I'll do is the one on the first international, and I think Joe, you'll be fine with this one. You won't complain.
Okay.
I will say,
and
Joe,
once-
like, yeah, once you go so nuts, it's like a horseshoe effect, where it actually you come back around to it. Once you get so close to
Yeah.
the precipice, you jump right over it.
Okay. So for the record, I actually don't mind trick takers at all. I just don't find them as easy to understand as simple war games. Even the really complicated war games are very simple, to be honest. Trick taking requires a kind of elevated level of consciousness that I haven't quite
and I
achieved
think
yet.
this is what wargamers don't understand. They look at those games, they think it's simple, and they come in with their like big boots, and then they get crushed, humiliated, and they realize how their mind is so smooth, and they don't understand the magic of a simple deck of cards, and how powerful it is, and how much intellect it requires. So that's beyond their comprehension. And I think this is why, to evolve, wargaming needs to go into trick taking. I think it's the way forward. There is no other way. All war games need to be trick taking games from now on. Yes, big statements.
That is a big statement. That's an evolution. Yeah.
Good. But yeah, and so will we have some videos from you from the Tokyo Game Market? Are you gonna?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do, just because reviewing your own game is a little bit weird. I wanted to do a mix of when I covered on the channel, actually just like a vlog of sorts, in a way, to like cover before the con, after the con, designer diary kind of vibes. So yeah, a little bit of Tokyo Game Market coverage coming up in December. Should be fun.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to it. I added the link to your channel in the description. And actually, there was an awesome article that was written by Luis Aguas-Vivas on Aguas Points about you, about trick taking in general. Awesome article. Really enjoyed. Also, someone who's a friend of the show, part of the community. He's actually in the chat right now. Yeah, Luis is here. So it's a small world. And actually, Luis will. I shared his article also in the description. So if you want to have a look, you can go and read this. And actually, Luis is asking if you were going to be at PAX U.
I wish. No, it's sadly Tokyo Game Market got delayed so much that it's going to overlap on PAX. So I'll be in Japan. But I wish I could go. That Luis article was so much fun. It's a little embarrassing, I feel, to talk about myself, but it was nice. It was fun to go back and forth on that.
And to be fair, no offense to anyone who's organizing PAX U, but I think if you have the chance between the Tokyo Game Market and PAX U, I think the decision is made pretty fast. Anyway, but yeah, PAX U sounds fun. Apparently, there would be a lot of cheese. That's the only thing I've heard about when I hear about PAX U. So not sure what it's all about, but yeah. I'm not sure it's technically cheese or if it's a dairy product evening. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask our American friends. Anyway, no, yeah, I have problems with I don't know why. I added some light, so if you see me going out of focus, it's not like I'm Joe and I put some grease on my webcam. It's just that I don't know, something is wrong. Anyway, I share the screen and we're gonna jump into it. So as I said, we're gonna be playing Barracks Emperors. And the reason why I wanted Taylor to be here and I wanted to angle it around this idea of trick taking is that at its core, it's a weird trick-taking game. So for those of you who know, and some of you who don't, it is actually set in the time of crisis. So time of crisis was a moment in Roman history where things was a bit shit. So that's in the 3rd century. Emperors were dying left and right. It was a bit unstable. And there was a game by GMT that was released a few years ago called Time of Crisis by the same designers. That was a deck building game, actually a pretty fun game, a cool club game. It plays fast, it's pretty fun, it's multiplayer, and you have a lot of bantering and negotiation around the table. And those designers came with a lot of the same theme, a lot of the same art, so the same vibe. They came up with this game earlier this year, Barracks Emperor, that is a weird trick-taking game where we're actually playing 13 tricks at once, and where each card that you place are both for you and your opponents, but in different tricks. And I will explain this later. But basically what we're going to try to do is win emperors. If you can see, this is the board. The geography of the board is pretty simple. So it is a big grid. Those spaces are barbarians' home areas that you can see. The ones where you have the laurels are the places where we're going to place the emperors, and the emperors are going to symbolize tricks. And those empty spaces are spaces where we can place our influence cards. So I'm going to set up the first round, and we're going to play through 3 rounds. And once this is going to be set up, it's going to be easier for me to explain what we're trying to achieve and how we're going to try to do this. And if you're in the chat and you have some question, feel free to ask the question. I will bring them in and answer them to the best that I can. I'm not the designer of this game. I played it a few times, so I think I know the rules okay. I might make some mistakes. If I do, don't get upset. It's going to be fine. Good. Oops. And I have this thing on TTS. I have a tendency to make things spin. I'm not sure why. So this is going to be our setup for this first round. The emperors can come in 3 colors, as you can see, and we're pretty low on yellow. So red are going to be military-themed emperors, blue are going to be senate-themed emperor, and yellow is populous. So basically, those are the 3 suits of the game. You're going to have a red influence card, blue influence card, and yellow influence card. If you look at each of the emperors, and wait a minute, I'm going to do something that might be... I think I made a tiny mistake here. Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm going to do live customization of the TTS module. Don't worry.
Highly unprofessional as always.
No, I just realized I actually made a mistake because, yeah. Oh, and this is not the right. This is another game. I don't want to see that. Yeah, because, yeah, so I can say I did the Barracks Emperors TTS module. It's going to be published, or it's probably already published on GMT right now. But as you can see right now, I made a small mistake. It's just a tiny mistake, so please bear with me for a second.
Okay.
It's not too important, but it's just important enough that it might be confusing for people watching if I don't fix it. I need to be a pair of swords. Where the fuck is that pair of swords?
I'll entertain people in the meantime. Taylor,
Yeah.
what's the weirdest trick-taking game you've ever played?
Oh man,
Like the most out there.
Yeah, the super out there ones. There's some that are like out there for out their sake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that, like, one of them is you're required to like flick your cards into the center of the table.
Cool.
I was playing with the designer, and I was like, so why do you flick them into the center of the table? They're like, because that's just how you play them. And I'm like, okay, well, you're just adding rules for no reason.
I know someone like that. He's
damn. Oh man. But in Japan, they try to, break out of the sphere of trick taking with like dexterity sometimes, stacking cards.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I think one of the craziest ones, I think is kind of like Skull King dice, where like you don't know what card you're going to play until you play it, and then you roll the die, and then like how it rolls is how it lands. I think ones like that are like pretty crazy.
I mean those ones you're saying with like flicking and stacking, I think any board game which takes advantage of the kind of physicality of it is a really cool kind of area to explore. Although I understand your frustration when it's kind of more gimmicky and not necessarily well thought through, I guess.
Yeah, like I've played playtest here where it's like a flick taking game where it's like crokinole, and
right,
like Trump is how close you get to the center hole. And it's like, oh, this is cool, like it uses the mechanic. But some of them where I'm just like, what are you doing? They're like adding stuff for no reason.
So Fred actually got into crokinole really hard this year, and he was threatening to design a crokinole themed war game sometime next year. So this could be the combo which he really needs to pull this up.
And actually, I just might, if James will let me, because if James asked me again to do a free game for PunchCon, my plan was to come up with a crokinole expansion. That would be just a crokinole war game. So we'll see. But I hinted the idea at the end of the convention last time, and just looked at me with a blank stare and just shook his head, and I never heard again. Like I was like. Not 100% sure I convinced him on this one, It's like, but yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. So we can be back to me teaching the game, and I'm really sorry for this. So the thing that was important is that each of us are going to be a specific faction represented by a symbol. So I'm going to be the swordies here. Taylor, you're going to be the eagle. Adam, you're going to be the column, and Joe, you're going to be the laurel crown. And on your turn, you can do one of two things. You can play either one card from your hand, and when you play a card from your hand, you need to play on a space that touches one of your symbol. Okay, so that means that, for example, I could play a card here because there is a sword here, but that means that I'm also playing for the eagle and the laurel. And that's the thing, because each of those emperors are what am I saying? Each of those emperors are tricks, and this is basically what we're trying to do. So on your turn, you actually play a card, and then you buy a card from the market. Depending on the value of the card that you've played, you're going to be able to buy different kinds of cards. So if you played a card of value 8 or less, you can take this, 6 or less this, 4 or less this, 2 or less this. So basically, the lower card you pay, the more options you're going to get. So you basically trade off this. And the way we're going to set up the market is the lowest value is always going to be here. And the highest value is always going to be towards the right. So I'm going to set up the market. This is probably going to be somewhere here. Oh, yeah. This is going to be here. You play a card, you get a card. So you should always have 4 cards in your hand, unless you use one of the cards that gives you the power of having an extra card, but that would be quite exceptional. So yeah, you play a card. Most of those cards, as you can see on the market now, have some sort of power, and it would be linked to the moment you play it. Sometimes it's an ongoing power, so we'll see how they work. But basically, you play the card, you resolve the effect, and then you check, is any of the emperors on the board completely surrounded on its 4 sides? If one of the emperors is completely surrounded on its 4 sides, that means that we're going to resolve the trick. We're going to resolve that emperor. The first thing that we check is, are there cards surrounding it that are of the same value? So if we have a 7 here and a 7 here, those 2 cards don't count into the trick anymore. Each card of the same value, they cancel each other. They are not removed from the board, but they are canceled for the trick. And then to know which card is winning the trick, that's going to be the highest card of the leading suit, you could say, and that's the color of the emperor. So for this one, this blue emperor, the highest blue card is going to win the trick. And that's the idea. You've got a lot of ways to actually change this, circumvent that, make a lot of different things and all that. If when you play a card, more than one emperor are actually now fully surrounded, which might happen, let's say there are 1 card here, and 3 cards here, and you play here, all of a sudden, those 2 emperors are surrounded. And in that case, it's a player who just played the card who decides in which order the emperor is resolved. If you win the emperor, so if the card that is matching your symbol is actually the card that wins the emperor, the card that wins gets removed from the board, and you get the emperor and you add it in your tableau. And this is the way you're going to win points in the game. At the end of the game, you're going to get 1 victory point for each emperor, and then you're going to get 3 victory points for each set of emperors of each of the 3 colors. So that means that if you had 3 blues, 3 reds, and 3 yellows, you'll have 18 points. 9 for the emperors and 9 for the 3 sets. And then you can get 1 point for barbarians. And you have special cards that lets you capture barbarians on the board. That's not going to be your main way to win some victory points. So don't go for a barbarian victory. This is not a thing. You don't want to do that. And that's pretty much it. So that's it. You play a card, you resolve the effect, you check if an emperor is surrounded. If it is, you resolve the trick. And once you've done playing with your card, you're going to get a new card from the form, and you're going to place it back into your hand. That's most of what we're going to do. But there are some barbarians, and those are the barbarians here. And actually what the barbarians do is written on the barbarian cards, but you can play a barbarian from your hand, and you can do one of 2 things with it. You can either place it on one of the barbarian home spaces, and you're going to occupy it. And in this case, you don't need to actually play a card that is adjacent in a spot that is adjacent. You can place to any home space. That's the first thing. The second thing that you can do, instead of doing this, is putting the barbarian in this card and actually move one of the barbarians in a space that is adjacent diagonally. The thing that might happen is that if there is a card here, it's going to go over the card, and this card is now a barbarian 0. it can be moved in the future, and then the card will reappear. So we leave the cards there. But basically, the barbarians are going to change the way the trick are happening. And now you know all of the rules. Just to be sure, you have all of us have a small player right in front of us that reminds us what symbol we are on the board, and it's actually matching. So the eagles are facing you, Taylor. The column are facing you, Adam, and all this. So it should be completely fine. And then you have a small reminder at the end of how to actually score points and everything. But of course, we're here to have fun and to learn. So if anyone has any question, we can do. And I will distinguish when I'm giving advice in the context of the gameplay, and I might actually be cheating, or not cheating, but at least my own interest. And I would specify when I'm actually explaining a point of rules and not trying to influence anyone and give the best advice that I can.
Don't trust him. Whatever he says, you can't trust him.
And there's an exception to this. I will never give good advice to Joe. So I will never really explain rules. I would be like voluntarily confusing. But for Adam and Taylor, I will do my best to actually give you the proper information. I'm going to deal 4 cards to each of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to check what's happening in the chat. Yeah, and... So Joe is happy to see Adam for the first time on stream. Joe, it's been a while, by the way. You need to come back. I think we need to play do a pajama stream of Battle of Versailles. That would be really, really cool. Hey Tim, there is actually quite a lot of people, so that's quite nice. Thanks everyone for following the game. And as I said, feel free to ask some questions as we go. I don't know who's going to be the first player, so I think I'm going to play first. That's going to be simpler for everyone.
Already cheating.
He's already cheating. There is probably a rule for it. I hate first player rules. I think that if you're the one teaching the rules to everyone, you should totally be the one playing first. Just because it's also more practical. And
it does make sense. I'll concede that.
Is that true in a lot of war games? Do they have that? Or it's like a certain first player?
No, usually... You will pick sides before, and usually it's pretty strict around which side can do what. There is often a lot of discussions around who has initiatives and everything. So it'd be pretty rare that the game would be that abstract that the starting player doesn't have any impact.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so I don't want to do that. I only have shitty options. So so the person I hate the most is definitely Joe. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play a barbarian, and I'm going to place it in that spot. So why I'm doing this is because basically there are 3 spaces on which only Joe can play. So if you want to be annoying, it's really nice to fill those spaces because then it gives him less option. And actually, I'm going to put it in yellow because there are not a lot of yellow that round, so I think that's funnier. I played a 0 card, so now I can actually take any card from the forum because I played a very low card. So do I want to play the Praetorian Guard? If I play this, I made this card. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do this. Still the best, but I don't think it's. I think I'm gonna start smooth. I'm gonna take the Castra. That protects me from barbarians, so I think that's okay. And this is a 6, and you always make sure that in the form you always have the order. It's not like PAX where you move everything up. And if you have 2 of the same value, the one that was already there will go to the leftmost side, and the other one will stay closer to the draw deck. So that was my turn. I played a card. I didn't resolve, we didn't fall on Emperor. Then I drew a card, and that's pretty much it. Now it's going to be your turn, Trader.
Okay, awesome. Checking there.
Nice. We have some Twitch, some young people from Twitch joining us. That's really cool. We're really happy that you're here. Too bad.
You need to watch your language for children.
Yes, children are now here. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you splaying the cards in your hand so that they're easiest to see?
I think that's the problem with the way I did the hands. I think you have.
It's just because we're on the sides. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. I'll manage.
And I'm not sure how to change it.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna place it there. I need to rotate. Should I rotate it toward me? Is that the clearest?
No, it doesn't matter. No.
Doesn't matter because this counts for everyone's tricks in every.
Oh, perfect.
Space.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So now that you've played this here, so the 3 of yellow counts for sword here, counts for eagle on that emperor, and counts for column on that emperor. So each card that you play often will have effects for other players.
Gotcha. Okay, nice.
It's almost like you're playing bridge partnered with every other player simultaneously.
Yeah, kind of. And I think there is a variant where you play 2 against 2.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll take this 6.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just drag it to my hand? Oh, sweet, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this, and we have another barbarian here.
Are these always going to be ordered?
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I think I'm going to try and put this tribute here.
Interesting.
Nice. I'm worried about these barbarians, so I think I'll get rid of this one here, right?
Yeah, you play the tribute, and you're going to put it in this card here.
Cool. Then I will take another blue guys.
That's a pretty shit form. Yeah.
Things aren't going great.
This one's okay.
Oh, God. Sorry, I have to do a quick drop by Twitch now.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take my turn in the meantime, just while you're not watching. So I'm going to play this here, and this will actually finish a thing. So let me just check the order of resolution here. So we resolve the Emperors first, actually. And I believe that I win this Emperor, because I don't think these have got special effects.
Wait a minute. So, yeah, we're resolving an Emperor now.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we check is, are there cards of the same value? And wait a minute. And there are none. And now we're going to check which one is the highest one of blue. So that's going to be this one. So you do win this one. So you're going to put the Emperor in your tableau, and this card is going to be discarded.
The winning card is discarded. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I still get to use this effect here, which lets me pick from the forum to.
Sorry. Yeah, I just needed to go and.
Yeah, I'll just do this now. So I'm looking at these to pick which one I want, which I'm going to do like this, which is slightly fiddly, because I need to put them back in order.
Sorry, what are you doing, Joe?
This guy let me pick from the draw deck.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just do this one. It's fine. I'll put it back in. And I'm not going to try and remember where they are.
No, don't try to remember. Were you supposed to put them at the top of the...
Yeah, because it just says, like, look at the top of the draw deck. It doesn't say draw them or anything.
Yeah, instead of taking a card from the forum at the end of it. Okay, yeah, that's weird.
So they just get back in order. Yeah.
I think they might have changed this in the final. Yeah, I'll check, but I think actually you should discard them at the bottom. But it doesn't matter. You won't remember anyway, so I think it's okay. Then I think I'm going to do Pretender here. So the Pretender does something interesting. You may place one of the set-aside populous emperors in any unoccupied emperor spaces. And those are Pretenders that we left aside at the beginning of the game. And that means that I'm going to add an extra yellow here in that spot.
Okay. These all yellow, the Pretenders?
Yeah, only yellows.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
And so I played an 8, so I don't have a choice. I have to take this Barbarian into my hand.
Yep.
And then this one is coming in. Oops. Sorry, Joe. Choop, choop, and choop. Here we go. Back to you, Taylor.
Okay. I'm just going to play...
So, Joe, the way you win an Emperor, so once it's fully surrounded, like, for example, Taylor is going to, if you place it here, so now I'm going to walk through this. So this Emperor is surrounded now. Mm-hmm. So the first thing that we look, Joe, is, and I'm talking to the Joe in the chat, not Joe, is there a number that is repeated across? So, for example, are there 2 4s, 2 1s, 2 3s, something like this? If it was the case, those cards would cancel each other for the trick. In that case, we have a 0, a 4, a 1, and a 3, so no cards cancel each other. Then the thing that we check is which card has the highest value of the suit. And in that case, I have, so this card has the highest value of the suit. And the thing is that this is my matching symbol, so I win this trick. So actually, Taylor just
Oh my god. I
gave
misread
me.
it.
Give me.
My
So the
bad.
card that you play is not important. It's where the card is compared to
Yeah.
the Emperor that is important.
Man.
This is something that is a bit confusing at first, but yeah. But that gives me easy points in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I won't complain. So that's one Emperor for me, and the card that won the trick gets discarded. And that's why I was happy to place a yellow thing here, because I already had a yellow card here.
I get it now. Okay, I'm back. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Oh, and as soon as the card is adjacent to nothing else, it dies,
Oh,
gets into the discard,
Really interesting.
and we're done.
Yep.
okay. So
And
So that means that you couldn't
Yeah.
place a barbarian here anymore, because it has to
I
be
see.
adjacent to at least
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
so I'll take this 7. Yeah. If anybody want to see it.
Ooh.
Oh man.
This is pretty brutal. Damnatio Memorae. You get to remove an Emperor adjacent to the card you just played.
Oh well.
And it's fun to look at the cards. So for each of them, you actually have the small story of the Emperor that it's being depicted.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. So there is a game within the game. Once you know the game and you're comfortable with it, it's trying to win emperors that died of natural death. There are not a lot of them, but I think they should be worth extra points because most of them die in mysterious consequences, get stabbed and everything. Yeah. None of them were just they laid down in bed and everything was okay. They all had pretty.
It's kind of stunning how many emperors there are in this prototype, actually.
Yeah, but it was Deborah. So as soon as it's not adjacent to actually no, it was yeah. Anyway,
no,
that doesn't matter.
Deborah's right, but you cheated twice now, but that's fine. We'll just keep track of how many times you cheated. That's okay.
We should have a counter, in the stream.
We should. You should add on. Exactly.
And I could just press a button for each time I cheated. Yeah. Whose turn is it?
That would you do better on Twitch with that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they love.
Yeah, I could cheat each time someone gives me a donation. That would be pretty cool. Are we waiting for Adam?
Yes, me. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think he's politely waiting for you to shut up.
No, but yeah, Adam, you shouldn't wait for me to shut up. You should just do the things and talk over me. That's the.
I think I can move this barbarian to here, right?
Yeah, you can totally do that. I think that's a dick move, but you can totally do that.
It's the only useful move I could use that card for.
Now that you play the 0 card, you can take any card, and you can take that really powerful 8 card here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's big. Actually, yeah, or maybe I'll take this actually.
Yes. Do not overthink it. So you can go.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna play this here, which I can prevent other people's optional abilities. Something like that.
That doesn't change anything for the barbarian, so that's going to be for the influence card. So up until the game goes back to Joe, the power of the cards that we play will have no effect. Did you draw a card, Joe?
No, sorry. I need to take this one.
Yeah. Okay, and you can refresh this. And okay, so this one is going to go here. So the one that was already there, goes to the other. I'm going to play a barbarian. I'm going to place this on the demagogue. And I'm going to take this 8 card. Okay, so this goes here.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
There you go.
Interesting. I'm going to play the 7. It says you may play this card in a legal space containing an influence card, so I can play it over the 4.
Yep.
And then it says, oh, I discard the one below. Sorry. Oh,
yeah. Oh, no worries. I'm going to...
Okay.
Nice. I'm happy with that. So this is interesting because you're putting yourself in a strong position here, but if I manage to make it so that this one gets resolved first, I might be able to win this one before you win this one with this one.
Right.
That's going to be a bit tricky.
I think I will try this here.
So those 2 7s are going to cancel each other for that Emperor and for that Emperor.
You can already discard another influence card or barbarian adjacent to the Emperor you're playing, so I'm going to discard that one.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Brutal. So much violence.
What the class wanted, not me.
Oh, it's movement.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm going to refresh the market while you take your turn.
Yep.
What are you thinking, Joe?
I'm thinking.
I know you're thinking. I'm wondering what you're thinking.
What am I thinking? Not much. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. This is obvious. I'm going to put this here, and I can discard this one.
What a dick.
And I put a 6.
God. Ugh.
I'll take this mob. I can't do that. That's
Oh no, you cannot do that. Yeah, I can
I'm
cheat.
just
You
trying to
cannot.
cheat.
That
I'm just
it's
trying to
my
cheat, yeah.
stream, Joe. Yeah.
I'll take this one. There you go.
And there's another emperor coming here. Interesting.
Okay.
So, Joe. I
Well,
think
the
what I'm
physical
gonna,
game. Oh, no, go. I get tempest. No.
I'm gonna play this, and I can discard an emperor adjacent to this space, and I'm gonna discard this emperor.
Oh,
Rude.
interesting.
And I played an 8, so I have to take the barbarian here. And Joe, you had a question.
I don't remember what it was.
You were saying with the physical.
Oh
game.
yeah. It's however cards to hold to see where the numbers are. I mean, it's only 4 cards.
Yeah,
which
you
is
only
good,
have
but-
4 cards, so unless you are a child, like you should be able to hold 4 cards and see the numbers.
So this
So
one,
if you place the 6 here,
I can swap with.
I
six.
see. Yeah.
yeah.
Possible.
But the thing is that those 2 cards are going to cancel each other for this one.
Oh,
And the other thing that I would say is this card here is strong for this.
Yeah.
So actually,
But it was going to swap.
Yeah.
It was going to swap to be weak for both.
And you don't have, and you don't have to swap necessarily. It's a may, I think. Yeah, you may swap.
But it would put you would then have this card. In
Oh
strong
yeah,
position
yeah.
for this
Actually,
one.
that would make sense. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I forgot about the rank.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's just that
I mean,
you're gonna
it
have
is
a
annoying
problem
that they'll
with-
cancel each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you can then get a barbarian, if you can then move this barbarian onto that one, except there's a 7 underneath.
Oh,
Yeah, but that
exactly.
would put the 7 in, so that's actually not ideal.
It's a messy situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Better just to fight for someone else. Yeah.
But what you could do is maybe get that 7 for yourself here. Oh, could you? Oh no, not really. You couldn't, because you have to play here. You have to swap adjacent. Yeah, they're gonna need adjacent. Yeah, that's not working.
Yep.
Oh, you
Diagonally
could go
adjacent.
here. Yeah, and take this and
Let's do that.
Yeah. That's
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, did it not? Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
shit. Okay, perfect. Oh my god,
There we
I'm
go.
losing it. I'll take this. Ooh, red 3 or blue 3. Let's see. You may discard an active barbarian. I'll take the cavalry one.
Yeah, and yeah, Joe, you'll see the art, the name of the cards, and everything. A lot of it is Time of Crisis.
Yep.
So yeah, it's actually quite, when you know Time of Crisis pretty well, it's quite funny to play this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is good. I am
You're getting into it.
I'm getting into it. I had to make a few pretty bad mistakes, but we're back.
Yeah. It's not a punishing game, so I think in that sense it's okay. But it's like a mega Ghost of Christmas. Yes.
Dude, yes. And it's fitting that they're all dead. It's Ghosts of Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. They're technically ghosts. I'm not sure they're very Christmassy. That's the only thing that I would say. I don't feel they have a Christmas vibe. Maybe the red ones, unsure. But still, it has a strong Ghost of Christmas.
Okay. I'm gonna go here.
The only note I would give GMT.
Yes. Not
So,
Christmas
Joe,
dinner.
you
Christmas dinner.
decide in which order you want to resolve the Emperors, because now you have actually with that
that's
card.
true.
Yeah.
I want to do this. Oh, I would win either of them, wouldn't I? Wow.
Nope.
No.
No.
that
Because
would
for
win.
this,
Well, I'll do
this is
this
going to
one.
be
I'll do
this
this.
is going to be 8 for Adam. Yeah, you want to resolve
I'll
this
just do
one.
this one. Oh, and both get resolved though, or not?
Oh,
No. But now
No,
that
but-
this card has been removed, it doesn't get
Yeah.
resolved. But if
Yeah, good.
another one had one, then the other one would have to be resolved. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I see. So you can play a card down to win someone else's trick in order
Yeah.
to also win your own trick
That's
or
cool.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay, interesting.
What did I play? I played an 8, 26. Okay. Oh, we actually need to refill this twice now. Already not doing a job.
Yeah,
I didn't
sorry.
say that one.
And this
No,
4 was
okay.
already here, so we're going to play this one
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's my turn now. Interesting.
Nice. Just drew a great card.
I do something, but I cannot do the thing that I want to do because no one is being nice with me. Oh God. I think I'm going to place this here. So Castra cannot be covered by a barbarian, and can not be moved, flipped. So that's going to be something that's going to stay fixed here. So it was 3 or less. I love the mob. I'm going to get the mob. I love the mob in Time of Crisis. I love the mob in this game. So it's the card that is the most annoying to everyone. So yeah, it goes here. No.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So this is a very before you play.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that's pretty important. This is probably one of the most powerful powers in the game.
Oh, because you get an extra card.
Yeah, you get an extra card, and that means that you're going to have a lot more option each round. And we were halfway through the first round, so it's still worth it, definitely, to take this. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then that works perfectly. I was going to go 3 here. It says when resolving, even consider this card if there's a match. So I think.
Oh, nice. That means you win, yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah.
Out. Yep. And then it's 3 or less, so I'll grab that one. So I discard this 3 that I just played.
Yeah, and you take the Emperor.
Yeah, I take
the Emperor. Okay, now that Taylor has figured out the game, it's going to be less fun.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I think that's subjective.
Well, me winning is fun. That's my subjective.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's your
I'm not sure I'm going to win anymore now. That's the only thing.
Full cards, right?
Oh, yeah, whoops, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to gamble that it's higher than a 4.
Did we? We're trying to draw this one, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep.
I just draw 4 into my hand.
No, because you have the.
Because you have this one. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna check, but I'm pretty sure they changed the text of the card in the final version. I think you discard them at the bottom of the draw pile.
That is easier because it will be easy to forget the order.
Yeah, just give me a sec. The art might not be the right one. So it's the 4 blue, right?
6.
6 blue.
Frumentari.
6 blue?
Yeah, Frumentari.
Uh,
These ones. So yeah, these are going back somewhere. Yep.
Yeah.
We could just put them on the buttons now. I don't think it matters that much.
Wow.
Oh, man.
No, it doesn't say. I thought it was. Maybe it's in the rules. Not sure. Anyway.
Okay.
I think it would be a better rule. That's
House rules.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this one somewhere. No, there's not very many Emperors left.
If you do that, you're going to give it... Yeah, so that's another thing. When does a round end? So a round would end normally when all of the Emperors have been resolved. The other way a round would end, and that would happen most of the time, is as soon as a player cannot play a card. That will end the round instantly. He will reveal his hand to show that he cannot take a move. If he's wrong, that's just going to be embarrassing for him. But yeah, so that's the thing. And that would end the round. We'll remove the remaining Emperors. We'll remove the cards, shuffle everything back, and that would be pretty much it.
So let's discard some Barbarians. Are these Barbarians active?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll get rid of those.
You discarded 2?
I can. Oh, any active Barbarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay, so just for you to know, because this one is a 7, those 2 cancel each other now.
That's okay. I have a plan. Don't worry about me. Right, I know what I'm doing.
Okay, if you know what you're doing, then that's fine. Interesting.
And so
this one is resolved actually. So that's going to be 1 for the eagle.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I don't know what I'm doing.
Congrats, Drew. And this one gets discarded.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's fine.
This is
well
great.
done. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I
This is
think
so-
I'm gonna discard this barbarian to move this here.
Mm,
And that means that I'm gonna take. It's gonna be weird, but I'm still gonna take this one because it's still the best card.
hmm.
Yeah, the yellows are less valuable then.
Yeah, the 8 yellow I think is. Yeah, I don't like it that much. I like the mob. I would say that mobs are awesome.
So yeah, if I'm reading this blue 4 correctly.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of your turn.
But the problem is where you're gonna place it. Oh, you can
Yeah.
place it on this big head here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it
yes.
wouldn't help.
6. Yeah.
Do you need to play a card to a matching Emperor
No,
suit?
just matching
Okay.
symbol. Yeah.
And what happens if they're all off the trump color? Is it just highest number?
Then it's gonna be the highest number. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just.
But yeah,
play
there's not
this.
many slots probably.
Yeah, there's not that many slots. Let's just play this out. To. Oh man. Let's just go.
The Emperor's it's interesting. The Emperor's on your side of the map.
Can
You almost can decide when because you can't go in those ones. You can only go in these ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So this actually gives Fred a lot of control over when these
Yes.
get played, which I hadn't just noticed. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Let's just go there for. Oh, why am I always rotated? I'm so sorry.
I'm not sure. I'll clean yourself up. And you can take any of those cards, the 3 top ones.
I'll take the 4, and it's at the top card as well. Do I just drop-
He gets this. Just draw a new one. That's
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
sure.
just record.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get 10. 10.
So you can
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna play this spit in here. I think that means I just got this one now.
You.
Oh, so you're talking about Time of Crisis. It looks like the same designers. That's cool.
Yeah, it is the same designers. I would be actually. I think it's. I don't know where you are in your journey into wargaming, Taylor, but
yeah,
I think that definitely Time of Crisis is a great entry point. It's a bit unusual as a game, compared to. Joe.
You see my sneaky plans.
Compared to other war games, but I think it's it's a very simple, fun, fast deck building game. It's actually quite interesting.
Interesting.
I hate it.
Fred, you mentioned capturing the Valerians to get points. Oh, is that if on an Emperor spot? No, I'm confused.
No. There is 2 cards that
there's lots that discard them, and I was wondering if that's
There is 2 cards that are triumph cards, and those are blue cards, and you can place them on top of a barbarian, and you would win that barbarian.
Like this.
No, not this one.
Okay. So it says something else. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Triumph. Yeah, and it does say specifically that you collect the barbarian.
Okay.
Interesting. I think I'm going to place the Force March here. So then I'm going to resolve that. Get this Emperor. This gets discarded. That was a 6. So, and I'm going to get a barbarian.
Okay.
And I'm going to refresh this. And as soon as the draw deck is empty, we clean up the form, and we won't get new cards for the rest of the remainder of the
Okay.
Interesting. And I'm wondering, so who's watching the stream now has already played Barracks Emperors previously? Because it's been released, I think, a few months ago, something like this. I was curious if in the community of wargame community, some people have played it a bit already or not. Oh, and Pierre is actually something for you, Taylor. Pierre is saying that there is. I don't know if you know the platform, Rally the Troops. It's
No.
I would send you the link. It's a website where you can play some historical games. I think there are 14 in the catalog right now, and it's all browser based. A bit like Board Game Arena, but a bit cleaner. And
there's no physics or any of that nonsense. It's just
and it's completely free. And you can play Time of Crisis on there. The implementation is awesome.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
If you don't hate us after this stream, I would be happy to invite you again to play a game of it on TTS. It's really, really super fun.
Yeah, it sounds super rad.
Oh, hey, yeah. So
Adam,
here,
are you scheming?
So just
Me,
yeah, it's your go, I think. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So a question here for Eerie Idle Games. I don't know which one of you two is behind this specific account, but how did you end up with the Kickstarter campaign for the All Kings round? Did you reach the $500,000 dollars? I was just wondering how it went, because the last time I checked, the numbers were insanely high, and I just wanted to know how the campaign ended.
It's got it. Yep.
Yes.
7. Okay. Now I'm about to do a big move. I want everyone to watch how great my move is.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Pay attention. Fred. Playing this to get rid of this.
Yeah. So that resolve.
Oops, just put it there. And then, oh my god, and then I win this one.
Are you?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Oh no, someone else wins it. You win it.
I win it.
No.
Big move, Joe.
That was
Big
a big
move. Big move. It was a big move. It's really impressive. I think it's a great move.
Joe says, "Watch this," and proceeds
Watch
to run.
this. I want everyone to watch
Yeah.
as I'm about to face plant in front of all of you and make you realize how completely clueless I am. Yes, that's great.
Oh dear. I'm still. It's because I have my camera rotated the wrong way. I need to change.
With
change
opponents like that,
perspective.
I don't really have to. I don't have to make too much effort. So that's actually quite nice.
Okay.
Oh my.
Just give Scarlet's 8 because next to nothing.
Yeah. Now that it's adjacent to nothing,
That's right.
this card you can get this card.
Cool.
435,000 pounds. That's insane. It is insane. This is awesome. So that's definitely more than $500,000.
Oh wow.
That's super impressive. I'm so happy for you guys. It's really excited to see it finally being released. How many backers does that mean? Wait a minute. I need to. Yeah, lots of backers. So I only have 2 open slots left. It's actually quite annoying. I think I'm going to do something weird. Do this. Yeah. That's a 0, and I'm going to take this.
So I only can play up in the top left, or sorry, the
Yeah, that's the only spot that you have left.
Okay, let's see. Let's just play a stinky old. All right.
Yeah, I agree, Pierre. I think that definitely the little tidbits on the Emperor cards are really nice, but I would argue that we're really far from a historical game. It's really it's very just historical flavor.
It is far from a historical game, but I think you do get like a general feeling for what's happening. So you've got the barbarians at the edge there, and you've got the scheming within the empire. So it's very loose, very abstract, but there is sensation.
It's very loose. Is it my turn, Joe?
No.
I just placed it there.
Yeah.
I think space is a try. He loses 7 +2.
Is it historically true that the 4 of blue was placed over here back?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was. It was actually
very accurate simulation.
Yeah, it was an accurate simulation.
Yeah. So did you just get rid of my go?
Oh yeah. Yes.
I used to roll this.
Yes, Adam.
Well, I'm playing this, which I think wins me this one.
Yeah, it does.
Unless I've completely misunderstood the game.
So now you understood the game. So I'm really proud of you. I think it's great.
Personal growth.
Yeah, you're doing great, Joe. You can draw a card now. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, so put it
That's
back.
not how it goes.
Let Adam
just
draw a card because Adam didn't draw a card because Adam is still not with us. Yes.
Great.
No, too late. That's the card that you picked.
Such a meanie. Okay, I can draw 4 or less, so I'll take this one. Are we doing a full new hand for?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is the last card of the forum. So all of the cards. So now we don't have cards anymore for the remainder of the round.
Fred, this is possibly the worst tabletop simulator mod I've ever seen. You shouldn't have put a hand in top of the forum.
Yeah, but I need to fix it. I don't know what happened with the hands. They were not like this when I was done, and I messed up something. Okay, so this is a triumph card, and I placed it to kill a barbarian. So I come back to Rome triumphant.
I see. Yeah.
Gotcha. So
and I cannot get a new card because that's basically I'm done.
And I pass because I can't play anywhere, right?
If you cannot play anywhere,
right, yeah.
that's the end
There
of
you
the
go.
round. Yeah, it stops.
Yeah.
So we stop here.
Do we still award these?
So no, those one are not going to be awarded. They are going to be discarded, brought back here, and then we're going to put everything back.
So round 2 is just completely fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Completely fresh. Yeah. Everything goes back into the discards, the remaining of your cards. Yeah. And we're just going to do a quick stop before we start with the other thing. So there is one barbarian that has been removed from the game because it has been captured for a triumph. So I'm going to take one barbarian and place it here. So we always have the same number of barbarians. Okay, and I think there are cards here also that needs to be added here.
Yeah.
Great.
We actually have more barbarians in here because all of these starting ones went into discard.
Yeah, but I'm going to place them at at setup. Yeah. Okay. So the thing that we're going to check in is where are we on the victory points? So 2 victory points here for Taylor, 1 for Adam, and 3 for Joe. And I have, and this is the thing, I have 7. So you might want to actually start collaborating to put me down because I'm getting way too much prestige right now. So yeah,
that's all part of my plan. My plan was to let you get way into the lead, so that everyone else would work against you.
That was really smart, Joe.
Yeah, if that happens next round, then it was a plan for the 3rd round.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
The next round, I'm going to put one of the other 2 of you in the lead. The next round, and then the 3rd round, that's when I get into the lead. That's the plan.
Reading my playbook, I love this.
Yeah,
including the part where you win at the end is part of it.
This was all part of your plan.
Yeah. I think every game should be more like Dune in that respect. There should be every player should be allowed to guess who's going to win and
when
then they win if it happens.
Oh,
just add that to every game.
I'm going to say Joe in the end of the 3rd round. That's my
yeah. That's your Bene Gesserit.
Yeah.
Good. Joe, just keep losing.
So I'm going to
lose anyway. Wait a minute. There's no way for me to win this now. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. That's really cool. That's really cool.
7,000 backers. Oh, so the last one who won an emperor is playing the first trick, and I think it was you, Joe, right?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'll tell you what.
I think it was. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not able to think back.
I think it was Joe.
Much. Yeah, 7,000 backers. Yeah, with that red one. Actually, it was even Adam giving it to you. I remember. I was annoyed by that.
Finally understand the close game. I'm going to put this one here.
We
need to put the. Yeah, we need to.
So, Louis, to your question, I'm going to be honest. I do think that the production is... So the quality of the components is actually quite high. The art feels a bit derivative from Time of Crisis. And to be honest, it's not the most beautiful... Time of Crisis was not necessarily the most beautiful game in the first place. It's a bit bland, at least to my taste, for sure. And I think that the board is just way too big for what it is. Like in person, the board is massive. It looks like you're playing a full East Front game or something like this. And I'm not sure it needs to be that big. But it's a fun convention game. I still like it. I'm going to keep it in my collection for sure. And I mean, it's a trick taker from GMT, so it's quite unique in that regard.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So the cards are really just flavor text, and then
yeah. You don't really have much. So in terms of historical game, you might expect more, especially as I think GMT has been pretty good. Has been pretty good at stepping up in terms of art lately. It's just that this one. And Deborah, please don't be revisionist like this. We all agreed on what the cheating was and the fact that the cheating was necessary to move things forward.
Yeah.
And now what is done is done. So yeah, don't be like that. You sound like a Trotskyist. I don't like it. Good. Now we all
played.
have
I played the Praetorian Guard here.
Interesting. Did you take a card from the forum?
Yes.
Good. I'm going to place this here. And I'm going to
Sadly.
take this card.
Big mistake, Fred.
Big
Big
mistake.
mistake.
You think so? I'm not sure. I think it's a pretty awesome move. I think it's
Alright.
probably one of the best move I've ever done in that game.
I am going to discard this
Mhm.
and move. I think I'm going to move this one. I can move this one here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. And I'll take this Prince.
Oh, smart.
Oh,
Prince
yeah.
X. We love
Yeah,
Princes.
someone figured out that.
Yeah. So you
Having-
need to draw another card as well now, Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Uh,
when you play it. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that-
when you
that's
play
when
it, it would be after,
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
I'm getting
Gotcha.
confused.
I mean,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can all take advantage of cheating like Fred, but we can
Exactly.
we can try.
You can,
We got
yeah.
close.
But the
Yeah.
problem with it is that you might end up with a hand of 12 cards at some point. And it might be hard to actually make the game still work.
I see.
Right.
Adam, and you
Adam's
can take
sick one,
any
yeah.
card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And I'm going to put this on here.
I'm gonna put this one here, and then get rid of it.
Interesting.
Mhm.
And that was a 4, wasn't it? I don't like looking at the top 4 cards of the deck. I'd just rather not have to do that.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think
burden. That's
yeah.
too much information.
Yes, I don't want to make those kind of decisions for sure. I think it's too much. People are asking too much from me. Well. I guess that what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 7 here, and I'm going to discard that here. And because I took the 7, I have to take this card. And
Okay. Interesting.
yeah, I feel like everyone is getting a bit more quiet now. Everyone is like
Yeah, we
scheming,
figured it
and
out.
it's like, how can?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you say I can choose the order of activation of the card versus the resolution of?
So no, you have to. The effect of the card happens first, and then
Okay.
if there is an emperor that is surrounded, you resolve it.
That is perfect.
So
I think I can add 2. I can add 2 to my 7. Is that true?
Which is but yeah. To this one. That's right.
No, it needs to be
it's wrong color. Wrong color.
another blue card.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yes, the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep it for
Nice move
later.
Let us instead. When you discard a barbarian, can it move over another card?
Yeah, that's one of the fun part of it.
Let's do it.
Yes, I like it. I love it.
Oh,
I think it's
why
awesome.
did you do that?
I think this is really great. I like it, Taylor.
Cheers.
This,
That's amazing.
Absolutely messed
this
with my
is the way the game is played. Screw Joe. This is
A decent card.
take the mob. The mob are the best.
Let's do it. Take them
Yeah. Oh,
Abbott is here.
That
I
was
love
good.
this
That's
one.
good. Crap.
yeah. This is a good one. I love the mob in this one. So yeah, Adam's card is always in suit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take
Nice.
that.
Well, that's good.
But it's a 4. But it's pretty good.
Still good.
Oh, and we have the barbarian here now.
Yes.
The thing is that you could bump it with a blue power up, with a yellow power up.
Add this here. I'm not going to power up anyone. I'm going to take the barbarian.
Oh, you're not gonna power up Adam.
No.
Weird. And why are you not
Why
taking?
not? Let's power up Adam.
You're not taking that card.
I was momentarily confused, and I did want the barbarian, but for some reason I thought I had to play a low value card to get the barbarian, which is false.
Okay,
That's
that's
that was-
okay.
just me
Very
getting old.
I can see that. I'm gonna put the Castra here.
The truth, Fred, is it's more or less past my bedtime.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm asking.
can't do
I'm
it.
asking a lot from you, and I kind of feel.
I've been in my pajamas for the past 5 or 6 hours. Baked some cookies, made pizza, just having a nice.
To be clear,
relaxed
I've been
day.
in my pajamas for the last 72 hours.
Wow.
So that's the thing. That's the thing is that you should never remove your pajamas.
That's That's
Well,
smart.
it turns out that. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
More than pajamas at that point.
Yep.
Take the 7, and then I'll draw from the top of the deck. Let's see, draw. Oh,
Cool. I'll put this guy here, and then I'll add another 2 modifier to this guy.
Oh yeah. So what you can do is just flip the +1, and it will go to a +3.
Sneaky.
oh wow.
Nice.
No, it's not. Oh, Joe +3. Yeah, that's.
This
Yeah.
is an amazing
Smart.
TDS.
Yes, Joe.
Uh,
2 + 1 is indeed 3.
This one's resolved now, isn't it? In Adam's favor.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adam wins this one,
Nice. I'm going to take, I guess,
and
that
the
one.
4 gets
That's
discarded.
good. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Good move. That's
He's
good
got the good card. Yeah. Wait a minute.
I'm
let's go
just
to
going to play a
business.
barbarian to move this barbarian here.
Okay. Don't love it.
Now you could get a barbarian, Joe, but I would not recommend.
Yeah, but what you're saying
I
is
would
I can
actually-
actually take this one.
Yes, you could take the triumph, which would be nice.
I understand now. It's all making sense now. Right?
Okay, I'm gonna play the demagogue, and no powers are gonna work this round until it goes back to me.
Oh,
That's
wow.
very sad.
Interesting. I'm gonna let's just move the barbarians back. Is that a
You do that.
is that a valid?
Yeah, it's valid. That just makes me sad.
I didn't know that's not considered a power. Yeah.
No,
No,
barbarians, no.
probably not.
Yeah,
That sounds kind of made up to me, but that's what Fred said.
I think it makes more sense because it's a bit weird that you are preventing
Mhm.
the use of barbarian. If the rules are that you cannot use the barbarians, I house rule and decide that you can still play them.
I like that.
So, yeah.
The 45 here, and I guess it's 4 cards.
Did you play the 4-card one? Sadly.
Yeah,
Just a lot of mental strain.
Yeah.
exactly.
I can actually do my turn at the same time, can't I? So I'm going to do
Yeah.
this. I'm going to take this barbarian. I know I don't need to take the barbarian, Fred, but I want to.
But I love barbarians.
Actually, you know what? Well, I'll take them now. No. Oh, I'll wait till these other cards come back.
Actually, yeah, they need to be back before.
No, we said they go on the bottom, didn't we? Or not? They go on top.
No, they go on top. I thought
They go
there was. Yeah, I'm actually making the game better as we go.
Yep.
Uh,
This is live
So-
development.
yeah.
You heard it here first. Fred Savell is on the market for development work.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I'm saying this and knowing that I'm officially a developer on one of your games, but I would pity anyone who would have to have me as a developer. That would be awful. Oh god. Yeah. Joe's not even saying it's like, yep, it is.
Nope, it's
indeed.
true.
It is indeed
It's true.
awful. I can confirm.
Oh man.
It's your go, Fred.
It's my go. Good. Well. In that case, I'm gonna play this here. I'm gonna get that dude here,
Mhm.
and this one is gonna get discarded. That was a 6, and I think I'm gonna get that tribute here.
Let's see.
I'm gonna move. Oh, struggling. Yeah, thanks.
Let's go here. It's another prince.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
To the 6.
Oh wow! So you get another card. Wow,
Yeah,
stacking them up.
this
Let's
is
see.
becoming. Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm not trying the risk here. I think that Taylor is becoming a bit of a problem.
In game, in universe.
I would say generally you're
Generally.
you're problematic,
Yeah.
but in a lot of ways. But in this game specifically,
yeah.
Flipping
Oh,
your
you flipping. Yeah, he mobbed you. Fred, you've
you
been mobbed.
mobbed me.
Hoisted on your own mob.
I love the mob so much, and now I feel pain.
now it's a turn on you.
Awful. Interesting. I know what I'm going to do.
Interesting. That one's actually quite an interesting power. I'm going to play Barbarian again. I know this makes me look like a sad loser, but
Yeah. It does.
If you have another, oh, I need to take one. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I'll
need to take one first.
If you have another barbarian, Taylor, so I'm not really happy.
I'm gonna place this. The tribute is gonna discard that,
That's good.
and and that resolves this one, unfortunately. So that cancels each other, and that gives the blue one to Joe.
Yes, thank you very
But the
much.
thing is that it does remove that card.
That's
Wow.
So that's a
Yeah,
way
I see why you did
to be nice to Joe by being mean to Adam, which is
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
something that I just like doing generally. But yeah, so I played a 3, so I can take that. Federati.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do I want to do this or do I want to take the Force March? Actually,
Force March is quite handy.
yeah, this one is
Well,
handy.
not really right now. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that this one is actually not helping me in any way.
Yeah.
So would
It's
rather
useful in some
someone
cases.
using it. I'm going to use this just in case someone annoys me with barbarians. Oh, the Pretender is coming.
Shoot. Quick question. If I put something here, are these 7s that cancel each other?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh.
there are now 7s, both of them.
So I could just do that. And...
Yeah, and you would actually win that.
Okay.
And actually, anyway, even if it wasn't a 7, oh yeah, but this one was always in suit. But yeah, you're winning this.
Is it +2 on that one? Technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you win this, and this gets discarded. I'm gonna move it away, and this gets removed from the game since adjacent to nothing anymore.
I would take this 8.
Oh, was this with 2 Emperors scored at once? Okay.
I think it was resolved after and then before, and then yeah, cards were placed around it.
Okay.
flanking over here. I think that involves this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does give you this one. Yeah. And this one is discarded.
6.
Yep. I'll let you use this. Yep.
Okay.
You played a 6, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's one of the top 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean about the triumphs, right? They're actually kind of tricky to play because you need a barbarian to be in the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
For it to be where you want to play it. Because that's why I was maneuvering this barbarian here to try and this one here. Sorry.
To put them in the right spot for you to place it. Yeah.
And it never didn't quite work.
Actually, you really want to play it on your home territory. Like if you have a blue in your home, this is really where you want to put it. Yeah.
Very good opener. Okay.
No.
Yeah. That's good. Is this guy face down on purpose?
I think it has been mobbed. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. So that was a 2. It's tricky. I'll take this one. Okay, done.
I think I'm going to place the barbarians here, and I'm going to take the mobile Vulgus for myself. Oof, another pretender.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, and Alan, I haven't seen the Napoleon movie yet, so I cannot say anything about it. I've read about it. The thing is that I'm not really big on movies needing to be historically accurate that much. I think it's better if they are, especially if they have this ambition. But I think it's not necessary. But my problem is the movie bad? That's
right.
Yeah.
Does the tower?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, so we don't. So Taylor played this demagogue to win a trick. I think that the power is still in effect.
Yeah, it's still in effect.
Immediately when he played it.
Okay.
So no card powers returned.
Let's go
That's nice.
here.
That's good because I was not planning on using a card power. But as soon as I watch it, Alan, I will talk about it for sure with pleasure during an upcoming stream. But I'm not playing a London price theater ticket to see it. That's just too expensive.
Playing a Praetorian, yeah.
You're getting a barbarian and the Castellan.
No, it's not barbarian. It's someone else's. So, yeah. Yep. Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Remember, no powers, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I can't do that.
Did you?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm just choosing. Just leave it. I'll take the same card anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. It's okay. I will just. That was a good position. I'll place this here.
Oh yeah, it's frustrating.
Which
Yeah.
still resolves this in my favor, so that's fine.
Does it?
Yeah, because I've got 9.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. So this gets discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this goes away. We're getting close to the end of the round here.
Just
which
because people
one?
can't play things anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get the blue.
Yep.
And I'm not activating the power. This gets discarded. This gets discarded. And that was a 5, so that means that I can take the Force March or the Castra. I'm gonna take the Force March. And back to you, Taylor.
Okay, I'll place over here on a spot containing a barbarian.
Nice. I think it discards the barbarian. If I
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 So, let's put this guy here. There's not much else to do.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so that was actually, it's not winning, but it's opens that up. That's blue. I'm just going to play this.
Oh, and we have no market anymore. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to play this here and win this blue one.
Congratulations. All of this gets discarded.
Yep.
No, nice.
And
That's it.
I'm going to do this to win this. And all of this gets discarded.
Do it. 8.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
then gives you the win. Yeah.
But we still. Oh, and then we're going to stop now because that's
Because unless Adam has a barbarian or Force March.
No.
If you don't have a barbarian or Force March, that's the end of the round. Good. So that's the end of the second round. We're done. So we can discard all of the rest here in the discard. Did someone kill a barbarian this round? No. Okay.
I was actually about to kill this guy, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't happen then.
So we don't need to refresh the barbarians. We're fine. And
Wow, jeez always.
yeah, so that was.
Oh, did Fred? So Fred's on loads now. I thought so. Fred's on 12, right? Yeah.
So
13.
6, 12, 13. Yeah.
So
I'm going to search for barbarians.
8. Yeah.
So we are 2/3 through right now. Maybe Taylor, do you want to do a quick check? How do you feel overall compared to other trick-taking game? How weird is this?
Yeah. It's cool to be playing for everyone at the same time when you play.
Yeah, that's very distinctive.
Right. Yeah. Like when I was adding 2 to that 3, that blue 3 on the bottom, I was like, oh, cool. It's adding to my strength, but I'm also adding someone else's. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot more to consider. Do you think part of the again, I don't know much war game stuff, but like a lot of times people talk about like knowing the deck and knowing what can happen, and like like Twilight Struggle, or like things where you can.
I would say it's probably quite
light in that regard?
It's not too much because the number of powers are pretty limited, but I think you need to have a full game to know what things can potentially happen and consider them. But most of the time you will see those cards appear in the forum, and you will always have kind of a sense of who has what in their hand, if you can keep track. But in that sense, it's quite interesting for that. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seemed interesting. That you were like, oh, I like the mob, or like just knowing what comes out.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Definitely.
But I think it must help. But I think if you want to go really far, I think you can really overthink it quite a lot. I'm gonna take the Triumph. I love the Triumph. And this goes thanks here.
Fred also tends to say things like this about any courtesies, like a child. So you can't necessarily say that he knows what he's talking about.
About the cards being powerful or not?
Yeah.
It's like, when we were kids and we had like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards, like you decided if they were strong or not. It's like, do they look cool? Yeah. It's super strong. You don't even know the rules of the game, but I can tell you it's super strong.
You just
so
like
it's just
art.
It's based on vibes. I like the name. I like the sound. Mob sounds fun. Yeah, it's really just fun to say.
Yeah.
The art is cool. Then what it does it really matter?
Does it matter? Yeah, because it sounds cool. It's fun to say. I mean, 3 letters and it gets the point across.
Exactly, and it almost tells a story already.
It tells a story.
Yes, exactly.
The narrative arc of this game is crazy.
And for you, Adam, that's someone who's both playing Trick Takers and war games. How do you feel about this one?
I think I'm struggling a bit, but it's definitely fun. It's like I'm trying to understand. I think I'm trying to think where the bits overlap. I feel like make sure you have enough Trick Taker everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes, it feels a bit lane battlery as well. Because I'm feeling like.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Fred, it's your go.
It's my go. Interesting. I think I'm gonna put this 5 here. And I play the 5, so it's gonna be either the reinforcements or the influence peddling. I think I'm gonna go with the reinforcements.
Okay, I'm gonna play here. I think, unless I'm misreading something.
Yeah, you win it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cheers.
Okay, so this gets discarded, and this barbarian dies.
And then I'll take the 3.
Enough.
Yeah, it seems like.
So you're at 9. You're my biggest threat.
I mean, how do you define threat?
Where you're the closest in terms of victory point. Then again, Joe is 1 card away from being at 10.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I look for trick taking elements that can be seen in games that aren't overtly trick taking games. I mean, ones that you're only playing a card and picking in. Because this one has kind of a hand building elements for sure. But yeah, I think initially it's hard to card count. It's hard to know it suits someone's out of, unless I'm really watching their hand. But what they pick up and what they're going for, I know that I think Adam and Joe both need yellow, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think there's open information that can help you kind of see where people are going.
And I guess if you were a real shark, you could keep track of what cards people are taking from the forum, but that's beyond me.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, a 6.
I'm not even sure if that information would be super useful for you either, because there's just so much
there's a lot of options and everything. I think it's a bit too much. Yeah. If you were a computer, that would be useful. But I think
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. Yep.
Is that get the red?
That makes sense. You'll get it. Yep. And it sets you up nicely for this too, actually. It's a nice move.
Before you do that, put it back.
Sorry,
do you want to do the effect of it?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I would just add. These all yellow. Yeah, was that
Yeah,
add-
this is the
yeah,
only eligible space.
Yeah.
add a yellow there. No, I'm good.
Okay. Now you resolve this, so this goes away. No, this stays here.
Sorry.
It didn't win the
That's
trick.
right.
Yeah.
And
It's a
then I
good
grabbed
placement because it closes this one, but then gives you a good option for this one. It's quite a bit.
I should
Nice.
not.
Yeah.
I don't know TTS that well. I don't know how to flip the straw deck card.
Oh yeah, I'll grab it. Yeah.
I'm gonna probably draw it. It looks really bad if I do.
Yeah. That's fine. Well, Fred's already cheated twice, so you're allowed to.
Sure. I went to the there's like a World Series of board gaming in Vegas, and they were listing all the ways that people could cheat, and there were some creative ways, like splashing the pot, where like if you have to pay a certain amount, you like throw it in, and then no one can really count it because you just chucked it in. But yeah, during game setup, like the people who were like
Fred, I haven't had my turn yet.
Oh, too slow. So what are the different types of ways of cheating? Which one would you recommend, Taylor, as an expert cheater at WBC?
As an expert, yeah, as an authority on the issue. Well, I think cards themselves are there's like so much you could do with cheating with cards. Like I play trick taking at a game night with a friend who did like cardistry, like the magic stuff, and they'll be able to put whatever they want on the top of the deck when they're dealing, and it's just like, oh god, that type of stuff.
This is really cool. That would be a useful skill for game night.
Yeah,
and I agree with Lewis. Lewis is saying cheating is playing, and
true.
I agree. I think it's a form of play. Then of course there is. Yeah, you want to do it in a space where you're not going to hurt people or something like this. But yeah, can I play now, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play this.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness, I just gave Fred a point. One of my favorite games to play when I was younger was Cheat. That you can also cheat in any other way you feel like hiding cards or just sliding as many cards down off the deck as you can. All kinds of things. It's great.
I would like to make a game where cheating is allowed as long as you don't get caught. But it's that would be really nice.
I've wanted to play. There's like Cheating Moth.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think they have some of that. But yeah, is there a war game where you can cheat?
Not to my knowledge.
Any game you're playing with Fred.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the best games to cheat are definitely block games. I think this is the best because you can always skip an extra 90 degrees to reinforce a block. Always good.
Right.
It's hard to play in a coin game because all the information is. So usually what I do in coin games is I invent rules. This is the best way I get to cheat. And I try to look authoritative when I say that. I say, come on, that this operation works this way. We're not going to go through it again. And it's like, even though I have no idea what I'm talking about. So that's the other way. But yeah, there are some games that are easier than others to cheat at.
I see. Yeah. Are a lot of war games open information?
Some of it, a lot of them, yeah. Or and the thing is that the element of randomness is going to be output randomness, and everyone is going to see the results. Like you're going to roll a dice, you're going to throw a card or something like this. Yeah. But yeah, as soon as you have a bit more fog of war, like player screens, or especially blocks, so blocks are going to be facing you, and usually depending on what position they are in, it's going to be different strength. And this is probably the only space in wargaming where you can kind of cheat getting away with it. But apart from this, I think it's really hard.
Oh, totally. Have you played with Rodney Smith? I know he was getting into war games.
So the problem with Rodney is that so he has many problems. But the main problem that I see with Rodney is that he doesn't like to play digitally. So to play with him, you have to have the game set up and record what moves you're doing. When you live in North America, very doable. When, like us, you live in London, having a game that is actually set up for 2 weeks on the side of a table to actually do a play, I think it's not doable. That's basically
Right.
half of your living room. Yeah.
Can I just check this is legal? So I put mob here.
Yeah.
So I can flip that guy over.
Yeah.
And
And
then
that
this
will
gets
resolve
resolved.
this. Yeah. And then
Cool.
you
And my
get
mob's done.
this guy. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't actually refill this. There you go. So this-
Okay, so now Joe, you are at 10.
Yeah.
Taylor is purposely being messy to confuse us.
Sorry.
But I think he's also at 10 actually.
I think he's 10 as well. He has actually the identical set to me. Yeah.
It's pretty annoying.
Sorry, that is not cheating, but it is effective.
I'm gonna do this, that, and I'm gonna take the mob because I love the mob.
Mob, love the mob.
Mobs are awesome.
All right.
And you can play barbarians in anyone's homeland, can't you? That's
Yeah.
cool. So you can use those to finish.
Yes, exactly.
That's actually very helpful.
And if an emperor is fully
yeah.
surrounded with barbarians, which is unlikely but might happen, they just die. Yeah.
I would add that to that condition, everyone loses. That's
Actually, but we're just making the game so much better on the go, Joey. We should have developed that game. I think would have been a 9 out of 10 on BGG right now. We would have made a smaller board.
But so to make a smaller board, you'd need smaller cards, and the cards kind of do have to be square, I think.
Yes,
they would be much harder to read the.
They could be round, I guess.
They could be round. I'm not.
Square is better. I hate round cards. It's so annoying.
You actually don't. Oh, this one.
Do you want to do the pretender first?
So, yeah.
Oh no, it's a mobile Vulgate. Okay, so I thought it was a
not a
pretender. My bad.
Yeah. One thing I thought was interesting. Cool. Yeah, it's interesting that you don't have the same effects on all the same value cards.
Yeah.
There's a bit of flexibility there, which I think makes it harder. So Taylor was saying there's this kind of reading the deck thing makes it harder to learn all the cards in a way. But maybe it's interesting. I don't know.
But they're always adjacent. But
yeah. Okay, let me think about this. Now this is I'm going to do a big brain move here. I said this before and it went horribly wrong. So
So should we all wait and watch to see what you're going to do, or you want to play this?
No, actually, I'll do it later. This is a small brain move. I'm just going to put this here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Then I can discard something else, can I? I don't think I actually want to though, but I'll win this. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'll save the big brain move for my next time.
Oh man.
One thing I'm finding interesting as well is sometimes you want to, there's a card against your sides, and you can win it. You want to wait until the other bits are fill up, and then you can just win it straight away, rather than because that's almost like a safe area. That's not quite right there. But.
I think I'm gonna play this here.
That's cool.
That's
really cool.
This, and I'm gonna do this, and this goes here, this goes here, and this goes here.
So I can place anything here and win it?
You're winning it. You're winning it.
Yeah,
the 2-4 cancel each other. Yeah.
Cool. And then that is add 1. Sure, I'll add 1 to this one. And then
I'll just go right. Yep.
And this card, this gets discarded.
I'll add to the messiest score pile ever. So sorry.
That's good. It's good to keep us on our toes. Yep. Do this. Oops.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh, so you're actually neck and neck with Fred. No. Oh no, not quite. You need one more yellow. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's a bit annoying. I know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna sound weird, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
It's not your go, though.
Yeah, but I still know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, let's do this. I get into 1 point.
Hey,
So you take
no.
it.
Yeah, it
for
gets
turn.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do this here. So let me just check what's going on here.
Like the mini game of the forum, you try to guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can win this one. Can't I?
Oh, good. Yeah, pretty awesome. And your card gets discarded now.
Oh yeah, that's not quite what I wanted, but that's fine.
So I'm gonna do something a bit weird, but I'm gonna do
that's
this. Yeah, I'm
oh,
gonna do this because that's gonna give the win to Adam,
yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't want Taylor to win it. So
That's
essentially the big brain move I was going to do as well.
that's cool. I really like that.
So this is something which I like in wargaming, and it's interesting to see here. And I think Joe in the chat mentioned it as well. So not just as bashful leader, but that you actually might end up giving points to somebody who's in last place.
Yeah, just to avoid them because they're yeah. You want to have
kind of like nature's catch-up mechanism, that you end up wanting to pull up the people at the bottom.
Yeah, I think I am going to prevent the use of abilities.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's a good point, huh? And I mean, this game kind of lends itself to that, is closing off tricks.
And Joe,
no, particularly this one. That's right.
Wait a minute. This card is discarded now.
Yeah.
Taylor, have you taken your card from forum?
Oh yeah, I did. Sorry, I took the blue 4 up here.
I'll do this, yes.
Okay.
Not using those, was it?
You cannot use it anyway.
As a demagogue, yeah. Then you have to take this one. Yeah, I think. Yep. Okay. I get this.
The match 7-7.
Yeah. It's actually the 3 red who's gonna win. Yeah.
Wait,
so it's okay with me.
Oh, I'll do this.
Yeah, that's.
I forgot that they matched even if they. So that's interesting. So you can use a offsuit card to kind of disrupt as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really nice. Oh, I take a card as well. What do we even have left then?
All the barbarians were at the bottom. Interesting. So I have no powers, and I have this should be discarded. I have only 2 open spots,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate all of them.
Because you can only play here and here, right?
Yeah, actually. The problem is that it's a 7 that I have to beat up there, and there is nothing in the form for me to beat it.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. I hate it. But then, Adam winning it is actually okay.
I'll take the charity.
Adam winning it. And the fact that I cannot use the effect is actually quite annoying. So I think that what I'll do is I'll place a 5 here, give it to Adam.
I know where he's gone.
Yeah, everything gets discarded.
Okay, I got one final place.
And I'm going to play. Which one I'm going to take? I'm going to take this. Not that it changes anything.
It's interesting this round's we've gone quicker actually. Maybe we're just getting better at playing.
We've been playing actually quite fast. Like it's 1 hour 40 and we're at the last move of the game. So that's going to be actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
6, 9, 12, 14, 7, 8, 11.
Trick takers generally short. Like old trick takers aren't necessarily, but that's just because they play many rounds in like one match.
Yeah, I think like older trick taking games, they liked longer to balance out the luck, and then I think just modern
Yes.
designs do that where they balance out the luck in the design.
Yeah, interesting.
And also, like, I think people just like evening of simple cards sometimes. You know,
Mhm.
one hour
Yeah.
40 is short for a war game. Good to know, Pierre. I like that. Thank you.
Yes.
1 hour 40. 1 hour 40 is super short. Yeah. This one goes to Taylor, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
That may be in the game. It's going to be close.
Yeah. Yeah, that really sucks so hard. Yeah.
I think me and Taylor actually almost have identical. Okay, so here's my big brain move, which I was going to do before. I'm going to put this here
Oh,
to block Fred's 8,
I knew
and then
that.
give it to Adam.
Thank
nice.
you. Everything need blues, which I really
Yeah, at some point, I think that Adam is actually scoring quite a bit. Like, we need to be
Yeah, I
careful.
know, we
about
haven't really been
giving
paying
stuff
attention to this.
to
Yeah.
Adam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna get that,
Oh,
and that's the end.
So
nice. Good game.
it's super close. Taylor's actually got almost the exact same cards as me, but I think I have one more red.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
have 1,
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 15.
You should do 15. I'm on 16.
And then I'm at 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 2 6s. 2 3s.
And Adam, you have 3, 6, 7, 10, 11. So it's actually quite close overall.
Yeah.
But with another yellow, Adam would be on 15, right? That'd be another 4 points.
Yeah, it would be on 15. Yeah.
So yeah, it was very close. Yeah.
Wow, good
Yeah.
game.
Good. So you have it. So that was Barracks Emperors, the full full game. Wait a minute, I'm gonna remove this from the.
And just like I said, I'm going to let Fred get ahead for the first 2 rounds. And then
Yeah.
win, which is what Taylor
Yes,
predicted.
it-
So
yeah.
Taylor actually
So
wins.
Taylor actually
Yeah.
won.
I actually
it
win.
was
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the Bene Gesserit bet. Yes.
I got the
so
Bene Gesserit win. Wow, you
Yeah.
don't see that often in Barracks Emperor. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
it's an unlikely win in this game. But
Yeah.
I do believe that the small improvements that we made to the design with that new victory condition,
Mhm.
the fact that when you're supposed to draw the top 4 cards, you actually don't. You just draw the top card of the draw deck. Like all of those small twists make it the game slightly like more interesting.
I've been
But
writing
yeah.
down the rules. Yeah, I was going to add it as a variant to BGG later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
BGG.
smart. I like this.
Cheers.
Do you think it would be like would you see yourself reviewing a game like this, or do you think it'll feel like it's too far from what you usually do?
That's a great question. I tend to just because I get so kind of pigeonholed into trick taking and climbing shitting games that I'll try to open the umbrella as much as I can. I think Brian Baru was
Mhm.
you know like the opening a little bit, and this feels a little bit like that. Like if this wasn't trick taking terms, it'd be like may follow, you know, 13 tricks at a time. The way it resolves feels like Monster Trick, which is like a classic trick taking game where you have like 4 at a time, and then once you play 4 tricks or 4 cards rather, it triggers. So similar vibes. Yeah, I think I would. I do feel like, I don't know how you feel about this, but if someone's like, oh, let's play a trick taking game tonight, and they brought out Barracks Emperors, not that I would be what's the right word here, like disappointed, but I would be like, oh, okay, that doesn't feel too much like a trick taker. I know it is in technical terms, but like, is that the same with like a war game? If someone's like, let's play a war game, and they pulled out Barracks Emperor, would you feel? Yeah.
So I would say that I wouldn't consider it a war game at all. For sure, I don't see any DNA of wargaming in it. I do see it as a card game with an historical theme. But for me, it's definitely closer to a weird trick taker than anything else. And they are really weird trick takers. I'm thinking about, what was this one, Adam, that we played with the blocks with the buildings on them? Like, it has the really Nazi name, Project 88 or something like this.
That is a super.
You remember? Yeah, you have the small blocks. It's a German game. It looks. It
I'm
was
actually not
originally
going
a
to
French
Google.
way. It was called the Cité Nouvelle in French, and then they made the German version. Is it?
I can grab it. It's a Parker game. So I'll grab it. It's right behind.
Yeah, go and grab it. And this is typically, and the name sounds super like
I was about to Google Project 88, and I thought,
no, you don't want. It's a
no,
neo-Nazi fanzine or something like this. One Project 88.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is super weird also. I think that the trick taking as a space also has those weird things. So for me, I do see it as a weird trick taker, but I was a weird trick taker first more than anything. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I think also all the special powers. I think I was probably also fixating too much on all the special abilities. That kind of took me a bit out of the thinking it was a trick taker, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this, so I can trigger this special ability to do this. I think, yeah. So it felt. I guess that takes away from me a bit the purity of it, because it's just I'm thinking of all these other things which aren't trick taking, I guess.
I think it might almost be a mistake to focus too much on that, because I fixated for a couple of turns on trying to play triumphs and like get barbarians in the right position to play triumphs, and me and Taylor were moving that one barbarian back and forth. I should have just stopped doing that and won some tricks instead. That would have been better.
Yeah, in the end you won, so I think it was okay. Yeah.
I guess oh, sorry.
No, I was about to say, in a lot of ways, it feels more like a tile laying game, because you are trying to match different things to different areas. And I like this idea that when you play a card, most of the time it has consequences for the players around you in different ways, which I think is also quite interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit weird, but I would surely not qualify it as a war game at all, which is fine. Like I don't.
Yeah, because.
But if you've been playing war games all day or something, and then someone pulled out for like end of an evening game or something at a convention, it would be it's got a kind of a historical theme, and you still feel like in that space, but it would be a nice one to wind down with.
And last time I played it was at a war game convention, so I think that's fair. Yeah. Taylor, you were about to say something? Yeah.
Where I was like, again, like not knowing wargaming too much, but like focusing on which area to pay attention to. And it seems like what you were saying, where you and I were going back and forth on this barracks. Like I guess we really cared about that one emperor. Is that like, are there some things that if you were like really trying to pick at like through lines or like commonalities between war games? Like
I do think the movement of the barbarians gives like more of an adjacency relevance, which is the kind of thing you do get in a lot of war games. Like there's something like it's still very abstract, but there's something approaching like a meaningful map there appearing. So like I want the barbarians over there rather than here where they're causing me trouble. Yeah, that kind of feeling anyway.
Right. And that's really interesting. I guess that was my second question, was how did it land when you played it at the war game convention?
So at a war game convention, it really depends. And I think it's like, I know like there are some players, like you would bring something like this and they would be very open to it. And there are other players, especially at war game convention, that might be a bit more conservative in the way they see games. And they would see something like this and they would be like, that's a step too far into abstract territory and card game for them. So it might be a bit hard. But I would say with the people who are more open-minded or more into card games or tile-laying games, I think it would work. Like usually you have some of those games that are being played at convention that are not historical at all. Usually what I say, that's what I said to Pierre, is each time I go to a war game convention, usually my highlight of the convention was a game that had nothing to do with it. I think my first one was when we were at PunchCon. My highlight was Wings for the Baron, but also High Society. I loved High Society, and it was one of the games that stayed in my mind. It's not really a war game, and I think in the last convention I did, it was Red 7. Yeah. I had not played Red 7, and like it was really late. We had finished setting up the tables and everything, and we're just playing a short game before going back home. And we played Red 7 with Pierre, who's in the chat actually right now, and we scaled up like the level of complexity of Red 7 because you can introduce rules after rules and make it more and more complex. And at the end, my brain was like on fire, and I was like, "My God, this is so good!" It was driving me nuts. But then again, I come from card playing. Like I started playing cards before anything. I love them. I love card games. So I think we're more open to that. And I think it's the same for you, Adam. You've been, I don't know, if you see yourself as a war gamer first or a trick taker first. I'm not sure, but I'm
probably less thick. I'm less into hex and count games, so probably more open to things that are war game adjacent and kind of less.
And I think it's more fun to be open to all of this. And I was wondering, so Taylor, did you consider at some point getting interested in historical games and everything? Is it something that you're looking into? What games are you getting attracted by? Are you trying to figure out where to start?
Yeah, I want to, and every time I dabble in it, I think it's always been a good time. It's funny to swing from playing a bunch of trick takers where the time limit is shorter. I think someone mentioned in the chat 140 is short for a war game.
Short for a war game,
I think at cons is like easiest way I can do it, just because my gaming group doesn't play longer games like this. So I do try to set some stuff up. Like I think I'm going to a trick-taking con, but I might try to play a war game with someone who was saying like they wanted to be the shaman of sorts and show me. So I think in January is going to be the first time. I don't know what we're going to play, but it should be a good one. They promised that it was both intro but fun. So
okay, good. Yeah, I would be
curious what it is. Yeah,
I would be a bit cautious with wargamers and what they mean by an intro game. Sometimes they come up with stuff and you're like, what the fuck? Why are we doing this? And Joey's gonna be the company guy. Yeah, sure.
Well, no, one of the audience members asked. I have to say, this is the only copy in the UK, and maybe one of only 6 out in the wild. So pretty exciting. And this one plays in less than an hour and 40 minutes. Probably like hour and a half max once you know how to play it. So
how do you spell it?
Vijayanagara?
Vijayanagara doesn't really help. Loads of A's. It's just alternating A's and other letters, basically.
Yeah, and you put any consonants in between, just randomly.
Yeah, Vijayanagara. It's a big kind of temple city in India, and this big temple still there. But yeah, it's a fun one. Plays pretty quick and smooth.
Is it designed by Corey Graham, Matthew? Oh yeah, I think I found it.
Yeah, that's the one, and it's a 3-player game. And actually, for those who are interested, there is a tournament of Vijayanagara happening right now on the Coin Discord server, and the final would be broadcasted on Homo Ludens. We're just figuring out the dates with the participants, but it should be the week of the 5th of December. So we'll announce it as soon as it's official. So you'll see with all the final art and everything as the game is about to be released. So if you're interested in Vijayanagara, you will be able to see the final. So that will be high-level play, of course, because it's the final of the tournament. So you're going to see some good players. So that's going to be good. And Joe should be my co-host for it. We like to comment those games as if it was a sports event. So expect some silliness. But yeah. And I have a couple of questions. I'm wondering, so who won? So Joe won with 60 points. Taylor and I were tied at 15. And Adam was 4 below at 11. A shameful first appearance on the channel, Adam. I'm not sure you can. Yeah, I'm not sure you can recover from that.
Yeah, the lowest score can't come back, right?
Yeah.
You were saying
no, probably not. Yeah, you're banned. I'm going to ban you from the server.
Fred, that should be a new rule. Anyone who gets the lowest score on one episode of the show, they're not allowed back on the show ever.
Yeah, most of the games
you'll just get stronger and stronger players. So.
Yeah, most of the game were 2 players though, and that's the thing. I think it's it might be a bit quiet at some point. This was great. And I would say, Taylor, if you want to go back, try something. We could play Time of Crisis if you wanted. I think there is a really good implementation of it, and I think it actually is a good introductory game. Mm-hmm. And Pierre is making actually an interesting point to your role. Doesn't Fred? So Pierre,
if I beat Fred in 1-on-1, I then run the channel. Is the situation we're talking about.
Yeah. But I get to choose the game.
Okay.
And
that's fine. I can beat you any game, Fred.
Then we'll have a 1919 game of Go, and this is how we're gonna resolve it. And you literally have 1 week to prepare. This is my challenge to you. So in a week from now, we'll play a Go game, and the guy who wins keeps the control of the channel.
Homo Ludens. I like that.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we have a few variants for the channel. We have Homo Glutens also for my cooking show. So there is we have quite a few. It's a whole. I'm actually a media mogul. You don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Yeah. Yes. Empire.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but it was great to have you, Taylor. Thanks again for taking the time. Thanks again for your awesome work. Really awesome channel. As I said before, the link to Taylor's channel is in the description. He's doing amazing work. Looking forward to your stuff from the Tokyo Game Market. That's going to be awesome. Thanks, Adam, for being here. I hope you'll be back. It took me just 2 years to get you on the show, so that was quite a hard struggle. But I'll get you back at some point, Adam.
We need to set another trick-taking war game.
Yeah, another trick-taking war game. Yeah, I could make you come back for a teach and play of a very civil whist if you want. Once I'm done, and make you play against Joe, but the younger Joe, the teenager Joe Klein. So that would be the one. We could do that. And then Joe, thanks for being here as always. And promise, I heard your complaint, and I will buy you a small lamp to put in front of your
So I don't
computer.
need to use this kind of medieval gas lamp.
Medieval
Mining- this
gaslight
mining
device.
gaslight.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this is actually a bit risky. So I will offer
Yeah.
you a lamp for Christmas.
I'm just sitting here in my damp hovel with my little flickering candle flame in
Yes.
front of me.
But I really appreciate the fact that you actually cleaned up your
good.
webcam for once. Normally, Joe has a very greasy webcam, and
I
you
got
really
a
made
new
some-
computer for it. It's a whole new world here. Are you just using your phone light, Taylor?
Oh no, I thought that's what you were using. I was like,
No,
oh,
no,
no,
it's
no,
just
no.
this was the only mobile light I could find in the whole house was this kind of
looks good.
flickering candle flame. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
It's a nice soft light.
it has
Yeah.
a warmth to it,
Yeah.
so I like it quite a bit. But thanks to the three of you, that was great. Thanks to everyone who was watching. Remember that if you want to support the show, you can like the channel, subscribe, all those things. And there is also a link to Ko-fi. So if you donate on Ko-fi, you will receive an invite to the Discord server.
And
We're
all the
still
proceeds
waiting.
will go towards buying lights to
Yes,
eliminate
to
the
Joe
dead.
Dewhurst. Yeah, exactly. And we're still waiting for our 100th member. So if you are coming now, you might be member number 100 on the Discord. So, it's a one-time opportunity. You'd have special powers, of course, because that's what we do. And yeah, thanks, everyone. Have a great evening and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Everyone.